Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Pompey. Today we're gonna finish playing the rest of Candy Hearts. This is part 2. I'm very excited to continue playing this game. I'm very intrigued because we still haven't met the other character that's supposed to be in this game. But the first thing I have to say before we dive in is please make sure you like the video as well as you subscribe to help the algorithm. So yeah, let's get started. Let's dive into the juicy meat of the video. Let's get to it.
Peppermint!
Peppermint, why isn't she handcuffed? You really let an outsider whose intentions are unknown into my castle, my throne room, without restraints. The knights around us come alive and begin to murmur against themselves. It's not hard to make out what they're saying. He seriously brought a stranger into the castle unrestrained. Don't act surprised, Peppermint. It's always like this. Inaction is particularly his middle name. That is just so rude. Like, they're talking in front of Peppermint. They're not caring what he's saying. They're just doing it. And that's just so disrespectful. And then on top of that, that's the king. You know, if somebody was talking about my kid that bad, I would have stopped that real quick. But apparently he's just like, I guess I'll let this happen. Which, once again, another reason why I hate Peppermint's dad. I don't care about no King Caramel, baby. We need King Peppermint. King Peppermint needs to hurry up and come. Yeah, he wants us to take his title of captain seriously. King Caramel's outburst causes everyone to immediately shut up. Once the room settles back down to an eerie silence, the king clears his throat. Let me hear what my son has to say. Go ahead, Peppermint. Tell me why you would bring a strange girl into my castle without so much as a restraint. Peppermint rises to his feet. Oh, y'all, this for me is so... Oh, y'all. Father, you know I don't like using those. Restraining someone only makes them more irritated. Just last week, a prisoner that little bread pudding restrained grew agitated and broke out of the cuffs and then attacked him. He still is recovering from the incident. You know the rules, Peppermint. Outsiders cannot be trusted, especially when you have to bring them to my attention. They must be handcuffed to guarantee my safety. Always disappointing me. Baby, you know what? I will act wild to make this man scared. Just to prove a point, I will do that so quickly. So quickly. So quickly. The king scoffs and Peppermint's eyes glisten, but he remains silent.
Quit dawdling. Who is she?
Me. I am me. I wasn't able to get much information out of her. I was looking for spies in the Gunndrop Forest, and while I have no proof that she's a spy, she was found in the same location as the same of the recent attacks. Y'all, I just kind of want to say right now that there might be some background noise because of my nephew. So, just throwing a heads up. As Peppermint recounts everything that's happened to this point, my mind can't help but drift off, the pink-haired soldier's voice becoming a white noise. My eyes wander to the window, looking towards the free world that lays outside the walls. A world that I wish I could explore to my heart's content. But instead, I'm stuck here. That's when I pick up something interesting. Sitting on a tall tree covered in vanilla frosting is a purple raven that looks like it's watching me. Excuse me, y'all. I raise my eyebrows confused, and the bird tilts its head as if responding to my action. What in the world? Before I can interact with the bird any further, Peppermint's cheery, loud voice manages to bring me back to what's going on. But she technically hasn't done anything wrong since we've got here. Wow, thanks, nice save, Peppermint. I roll my eyes at his attempt to keep the peace. You suspect she's a spy for ḽı่kratz's. When he says ḽı่kratz's name, he sounds disgusted, as if the mere mention of the man's name makes him sick to his stomach. Is he really that bad? We can't have her here in the kingdom, not if she's remotely connected to ḽı่kratz's. Who knows what she could be scheming? We will have to give her no opportunity to give her any information to that criminal. Peppermint speaks up in a quiet voice. Oh no, he's got him. Then what do you suggest we do with her? For the safety of the Sugar Rush Kingdom, I sentence this outsider to the underground prison. I will decide in the morning if she gets executed or not. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. This nigga trying to kill me! So because you don't know my intentions and you haven't even asked me my intentions, you gonna kill me? I'm in pajamas. What do I look like I'm gonna do, bruh? Peppermint, I just want you to jump on your daddy. I want you to start swinging. You the captain for a reason. Beat that nigga's ass! My heart drops and I can feel the world around me start to slow down as I process what King Carmel just said. Executed. Girl, I'm the same with you too. I gotta process that. I'm still trying to process that. I spent years playing this game and I don't remember anything this dark. No one has ever been murdered. This is a joke, right? I look at Peppermint, whose eyes are now large as gumdrops. Y'all. Oh no. Right? But seeing my companion off to the side doesn't give me any confidence. I'm going to die inside of my favorite video game. And what for? I didn't even do anything wrong. That's what I'm saying. We didn't do nothing wrong. There's no evidence. But Father, please, I beg you to reconsider. Why? If we show you mercy now, what would happen to the people outside of this kingdom? To the people outside of this kingdom think, Peppermint, what would ḽįɣṛōṣ think? Mercy is a sign of weakness. I will not appear weak to my people, let alone outsiders who may want to see this kingdom crumble. We'll make sure that ḽįɣṛōṣ hears about this. He'll think twice about hurting me. My despair morphs into anger. Without even realizing it, my hands bundle into fists. This entire time, this guy has been saying, me. He believes being a paranoid tyrant is better than showing a little mercy to someone who has literally done nothing wrong to him. Things are starting to finally make sense about this town. There was a fear in the townspeople's eyes as we walked by them, as though they were waiting for their terrified king to find something suspicious about their behavior. That is just so sad. These people are literally walking on eggshells because of their king. That is just so sad. Y'all, I think I probably skipped something, but that's okay. And to end with what? To stick into ḽįɣṛōṣ? Frustration begins to bubble inside of me until it's far too much to contain. I need to say something. It may not save me, but I can't stay quiet and accept such cruel fate. Baby, I'm gonna tell this nigga off. He finna get a piece of my mind. Because baby, you ain't finna try to kill me and I ain't did nothing wrong. Ain't no evidence. Yeah, get a piece of my mind. With tears stinging in my eyes, I glare at King Carmel. You're a piece of shit, you know that? The room goes quiet. Peppermint stares at me if I have 4 heads. King Carmel's eyes widen.
Excuse me?
What did you say? I step forward, unafraid. Oh, I'm sorry, old man. You didn't hear me. I can say it again. You are a piece of shit. The old man's eyes are nearly bulging out of their sockets. You want to sentence someone who you know nothing about to her death. Is this how you treat everyone that you come across? You're nothing but a coward, ending people's lives unfairly because you're scared. No wonder why the people of this kingdom look so unhappy and fearful of every step they take. It's because of you. Perhaps ḽįɣṛōṣ has a point. Maybe this kingdom would be better off if you weren't around. Say it again! Say it again! The king's jaw drops, and for a moment he processed what I just said. Then his face turns beet red. How dare you? Do you even know who you're speaking to? A fool. We're saying what Peppermint wants to say, y'all. We're saying it to him right now. We're saying it for him. Baby, if you can't say it, I'm going to say it for you. this is what we're doing. We're saying it for him. For the first time I've seen him, the king actually gets off of his throne and storms up to me. Ooh! Y'all, hold on. Baby, I need to save. Baby, we gotta save. We gotta save. We gotta save. Cause something finna happen. I don't know what finna happen, but something finna happen. Something finna happen.
You fool.
He grabs onto the front of my shirt tightly and yanks me forward in a fit of rage. I let out a small yelp of surprise. Peppermint grabs Kid Carpenter's arm. Fight this nigga! Ooh, please! Promise me you finna throw hands with your dad. Throw hands with that man. Throw hands.
Let her go.
Oh, he has such a cute voice though, y'all. And as if realizing who he's speaking to, he adds in a plea.
Please.
Yo, this is so sad! Oh, this is so sad. But Kid Carpenter doesn't seem to care all about his son's attempts to save me. He throws Peppermint to the ground with a shove and then turns his attention back to me. Baby, no. Oh, baby, I'm finna throw hands. You know what? It's finna be a fight in the throne room. Cause, baby, you ain't finna throw Peppermint like that. And you finna grab me by my shirt like that, baby. We finna fight. Do you know the kind of power I hold? I could have killed you right here, but you didn't right now if I wanted to. But I decided to show you some mercy and let you die in a more civilized manner. Poppy, start swinging, please, for me, man. I don't believe a word of his mercy. He just wants to use my death to send a message to ḽį:ɣ=ս. Exactly. Be smart, girl. Kid Carpenter finally lets go of me, but not with putting some force into it. I stumble a few feet backwards.
Peppermint!
His voice is full of venom and even more hatred than before. Yes. The sweet boy looks at his father with his eyes full of something I can't describe, yet it gives me a heavy feeling in my chest. Bring this impudent wrench to the dungeon now, before I have the chance to reconsider her fate. Ooh! Peppermint doesn't say a word to his father. He slowly wraps his arm around me. For your sake, just walk with me peacefully to the dungeon. This character is so sweet because, baby, I would have jumped on that king and I would tell Peppermint to come with me. We've been throwing hands with the king. I'd have took his little sword. I'd have stabbed his head. I do not care. Because you're not finna disrespect me like that and disrespect Peppermint like that. But like I said, she nice. Because that wouldn't be me, y'all. That surely would have been me. Somebody would have come out in a body bag and it would have been me or him. Fine. I don't have the heart to argue with him. But I can't sit by and accept an unjust fate like this. I'll have to think of a way out of here that won't get Peppermint in more trouble with his tyrant of a father. Peppermint begins to escort me out of the throne room, and I follow him begrudgingly. I almost forgot. Before the two of you leave, Peppermint, yes, father? Handcuff our prisoner so we can ensure she won't escape. Then he make him do something he don't want to do, y'all. Oh my gosh. Now go on, Peppermint. Prove yourself useful for once. I promise you, if you just go pimp smack your daddy, you'll feel so much better. You'll feel so much better. Y'all, I do not condone violence. I'm not saying to be violent. I don't condone violence. But this is one of the cases where I definitely condone it. And I'm just going to say it that way. A moment of hesitation passes before I hear Peppermint reaching for his handcuffs. Oh my gosh. They jingle as he unhooks them from his side. Crafted in purple and white hard candy, the handcuffs look almost brand new despite Peppermint no doubt getting them some time ago. I'm sorry, Pompey. Forgive me. Oh. Peppermint murmurs his apology before bounding my hands in the handcuffs. though he makes sure not to do it so tightly as if to leave marks or bruises on my wrist. This is a king! This is a soft, sweet man, y'all. Because in real life, oh, y'all, he's just so sweet. I'm so sorry, y'all. He's just sweet. I glanced over my shoulder at the king Carmel with a look of disdain on my face. He looks all too pleased with himself. Baby girl, you better be glad I'm in some handcuffs. You better be glad your son is so sweet that I'ma consider beating you up for him. He holding me back. And he didn't even have to hold me back. He just holding me back. But you're playing a dangerous game now. But that's when I see something else, or rather something missing. The raven that once was perched on the tree is gone. I look forward once more and follow Peppermint out into the throne room. A small group of knights carefully watching us as we head towards of the stairs that I no doubt lead to the prison below. We arrive at the cell, which, just like everything else in this world, is made of candy. It shouldn't still surprise me, yet there's something disconcerting, about looking at the bars you're about to be thrown behind and think they look mouth-watering. I almost miss Peppermint's small figure as he opens the door to my sugary prison. When I look at him, he refuses to meet my gaze, cause y'all, he don't want to do this. He don't want to do it, baby. Here we are. He gestures inside the cell, his voice stiff and robotic. If you wouldn't mind, please enter the cell and turn around so I can remove those handcuffs. I would mind, actually. Oh well. His voice trails off as he takes in a deep breath. I promise this will be better in the long run. Trust me, okay? He whispers the last part. Oh. As miserable as I am at my own situation, one look at Peppermint's downcast face is enough to make the wind out of my sails. He's got it just as rough as I do. He does. Thank you, Peppermint. Hey, y'all, excuse the background noise, like I said again, please. I give him my best reassuring smile and step obediently into the cell. He offers a weak smile in return, but that smile soon disappears when he realizes what he needs to be done next. Oh my gosh. Peppermint locks the door from the other side, the keys clinking together in his shaky hands. As the lock clicks into place, the reality of my situation hits me. Before, I might have dreamed of being imprisoned in a sugary cell, but it's like they say, dreams aren't always as they're cracked up to be. Y'all, that's so true. That's true. In real life, some of that stuff is like, you believe some of this stuff is amazing until you experience it. Yeah, that's just a piece of my nugget of life and knowledge. Some things aren't cracked up the way they need to be. Let's continue, shall we? The unappetizing walls and floor are carved out of cookies, and rock-hard gumdrops litter the edges of the room. Surrounded by sweets, this should be an absolute treat. But the candy cane bars segregating me from the rest of the world remind me just how far from a sweet tooth haven this place truly is. Heaven, that's what I thought this game was. A sanctuary, a safe place where I could escape from the real world. That's the reality I created for myself. A reality that has been shattered into a million pieces, but the very thing that I love the most. I feel my soul leave my body at the mere thought of candid hearts being even remotely bad. I love this game. I love its world, its characters. But now that I'm here, I want to disappear. I hate I don't have the guts to finish that thought. With hot tears blurring my vision, I grip the bars tightly for support. My eyes flicker at Peppermint, who isn't able to look at me any longer, his own nerves making themselves known. Aww. I think about saying something to break the tension, but I don't know what could make this situation any less awkward. We stand around aimlessly until finally it seems Peppermint can no longer take it, and he clears his throat. You know. Oh, y'all, this is a new interaction, because we ain't seen Peppermint do this before. His his brow furrows as he searches for the right words. King Carmel, he wasn't always like this. Peppermint? I don't mean to be a jerk, but I seriously have a hard time believing that. No, really. I can't help but wonder why Peppermint is so quick to come to his father's defense. Why does he care if I believe him or not? He used to be a great king and even a greater dad. I can't believe King Carmel would ever put his son's own well-being before his own, or his people's for that matter. However, Peppermint is insistent, so I give in despite my skepticism. We're talking about the same guy, right? The one who wants to make an example of me. Peppermint nods, his face softening as he recalls a rosier past. Back when ḽăCROIX still lived with us, things were different. Hold up, ḽăCROIX? As an immortal enemy of the kingdom? I'm really kicking myself for not playing through Peppermint's side story now. Yeah, he's our enemy now, but he wasn't always. Peppermint fidgets again, this time fiddling with the hem of his collar. Oh, y'all, he's trying to break the tension. He's actually my brother! My half-brother. Hold up! First off, we got a father inside of you. Now we got a half-brother. Y'all, hold on, wait a minute. This is too much. This isn't even, whoa! I need to reread that. He is actually my brother. My half-brother. Who is the mama now? Baby! Was she like, y'all know what I'm trying to say? What? 𝓱𝓪𝓷𝓭𝓮𝓭 was his mother. She died tragically when ḽăCROIX was only a small boy. Shortly afterwards, the king married my mother, Lady Mitty, and here I am today. Also, they both share a dad. That makes sense, because if they were siblings, they had the same mom. Y'all, anyway. He motions to himself with his thumb and gives me a sad, half-hearted smile. Oh, I loved our life together with ḽăCROIX. It was just always fun times and smiles. But something changed. We only had 8 years of making happy memories as a family before our father discovered ḽăCROIX was plotting to destroy the king. Oh. Exactly. Sweet Jesus. There's a lot more going on in this family than I initially thought. Exactly, girl. It is a lot. Father exiled him, even though he was still young. Y'all, how old was this child then? Oh yeah, he got some animosity towards him. We'd just celebrated his 13th birthday the night before, and well, Father never been the same since. None of us have. Peppermint opens his mouth to say more, but stops himself. His eyes meet mine. They're wavering, but there's passion there, hidden behind the fear. I can't help but wonder what he might be able to achieve if he didn't have to endure the constant torment of his peers and the wrath of his father. I'm sorry, Pompey. I really am. I want to help you. I really do, but... He shakes his head, letting his eyes flutter closed for a moment. I should say something while I have the chance. What should I say? Why don't you send to your father? Why does ḽăCROIX want to send? Baby, because it was kind of a little hard choice for me now. Because I do want to tell him to stand up to his father. But I also want to know why ḽăCROIX wants to destroy the kingdom. It's a little hard for me, y'all. This is 2 good questions. Know why does ḽăCROIX want to destroy the kingdom, but they don't want him to stand up to his father. My indecisiveness is kicking in. I want to know what was so bad that got him kicked out of the kingdom, because at the end of the day I can say that to him again later on, but this might be the only chance I get to know of why ḽăCROIX wants to destroy the kingdom, so we're gonna just do that. There's something that's been bothering me. I think I'm beginning to understand why someone wants to get rid of themselves of this particular monarch, but still, there must be something. There must be more to that than that. Why does ḽăCROIX want to destroy the kingdom? Peppermint simply shrugs. I was young when it happened. I don't know why ḽăCROIX would turn against us like that. I always thought he loved Sugar Rush, so it never made any sense to me. But once the crowds had been exiled, Father refused to talk to me or anyone else about it. May I actually went with the other option. I asked him many times, but he always shuts me down. I guess I'll never know. Despite being the only one behind the candy cane bars, I can't help but feel sorry for Peppermint. There isn't much I can do from this sale, but I was hoping our departure wouldn't be so somber. That is so true. It's like Peppermint is in his own cage, and everybody else sits up, laughs, makes fun of him. That's so sad. And he probably had to endure this since he was a little kid. You know, you don't have to put up with much of this. Peppermint looks at me in my gaze, tilting his head to the side like a puppy. You're not who they say you are. You're not incompetent, and you're not weak. Tell him, girl. So you have y'all. Ooh. So what if you hate violence? That doesn't make you a coward. It makes you kind. And that's something to be proud of. Peppermint's eyes glisten and he stands a little taller than before. Do things your way, Peppermint. No matter what, you'll always be the one who does your best. That is true. He is always trying to calm down the situation, and he always tries to make things better. Oh. It's like he never heard those words before. That is just so sad. Determination flashes across his cherry red eyes. Pompey. The sound of footsteps echoes through the corridor as guards pass us by. Peppermint leans closer to the bars, a finger pressed to his lips. I fell asleep leaning in so I could hear his whisper.
I promise.
I'm sorry I got you into this mess, but I promise to make it right. Wait here, I'll be back soon, too. He hesitates, and that's when it dawns to me that it might not be all over. It might not be over after all. Peppermint, do you have a plan to get me out of here? Peppermint steps back and clears his throat. No, not yet. But I will. Just you wait. He's fixing his mistake. Actually, no, this is not his mistake. He's fixing his father's shit. But before I have a chance to say anything, he waves goodbye and protectively skips through the door out of the prison. For the first time since I arrived in this vibrant, multicolored world, I'm alone. After the chaos of my arrival, the silence of his cavernous prison sounds defecating all I can hear. I can hear his syrup dripping from across the crack in the ceiling. Y'all, please excuse. My nephew wants to be back here with me, so please excuse it, y'all. I fall dramatically onto the earnest gumdrop rock. It's not as comfortable as it looks. It has the same level of squishiness as the packet of jelly candies I found in the back of my cupboard, hidden behind a bunch of other snacks, forgotten until it was 3 years past its best date. Peppermint is sweet, but he didn't even have a plan before he left. Who knows how long it'll take for him to return, or if he'll be able to return at all. Yeah, that's a good thing, because, baby, I don't know. I trust Peppermint, but at the same time, it's all man's for himself, you know. I can't sit around and wait to see what will happen. I have to take matters into my own hands, otherwise I'm screwed. I'm not finna eat no bars. Baby, this hard candy cane. That's just me licking that, baby. We finna investigate this sale. In order to take in my surroundings fully, I take a few steps back, my footsteps echoing throughout the empty prison. Maybe there's something in here from the past prisoner that I can use, something that the guards overlooked. Kneeling down, I feel up between the hard but smooth pink frosting that lines the chocolate chip cookie wall at the far left side of the room. As I run my hands along them, carefully making sure I don't miss any inch, my hopes of perhaps finding a secret nail file that could cut down these cut down one of these bars begins to diminish. When I investigate the last inch of frosting, I come up empty-handed. It'll be way too convenient, huh? I can't give up. There's still more to this cell that I can check out. Next, I check behind the green and yellow gumdrops, hoping for a key that maybe someone took from a guard and didn't have the chance to use. Nope, nothing. Zinch, squat. I let out a quiet, frustrated sigh. As if I'm going to give up hope, I realize there's a place I haven't searched yet. Looking over my shoulder, I stare at the bed with glittering eyes. Put my hands together for a prayer. Please, candy heart gods, if you can hear me, do me a solid and let there be something that'll help me get out of this hellhole. If there is, I promise you I won't ever look at cheat codes again. I'll even eliminate the word cheating from my vocabulary. Mustering up the strength to face what does or doesn't lie underneath, I walk over to the bed. There's no blanket to speak of. Nice. Offering a 5-star experience here, I see. I might actually freeze to death before they potentially put me into the guillotine tomorrow. I pick up the pillow, which is soft and squishy, marshmallow. You know, in a different circumstances, I'd be excited about that. But it's hard to focus on anything but my impending doom. There's nothing under the pillow either. Saliva starts to coat the roof of my mouth, and I begin to feel queasy. Getting on my nerves, I look under the bed and scan the area. Preferable that I will find something absolutely, but nothing but darkness underneath. Startled, I barely make out something in the darkness. It's hard to say what it is exactly, given that my own light is the moon and the stars peeking through the small cellar window. It's just above my reach. I extend my hand, my fingers barely scraping the item. After a couple of failed attempts, my fingers manage to drag the item close enough for me to actually grab it. Pulling it out from under the bed, I can finally see what it is. An apricot fruit leather journal, caked in dust with a thin red bookmark stuck in the middle of its pages. Not what I was hoping for. There could be information in this book that could help me escape, but it's probably more likely some kind of depressing diary about a prison's last days, huh? Excuse me, y'all. Now I gotta fix this to make it better for me. Okay, there we go. Now I sort of don't want to read it, but there aren't many options here. Sitting on my temporary bed, I open up the journal to the first page. Cocoa Day, 1893. After sugar. I was thrown in here with little care for my well-being. My crime? Speaking of my term when the king offered to pay me 200 chocolate coins for my lot of items. I venture far and wide, going from town to town, meeting all kinds of people during my travels. During my 30-plus years as a merchant, King Carmel is by far the most unpleasant man I've ever had to work with. He always tries to undersell my wares, saying that they aren't authentic for a while. I managed to haggle him back up to a reasonable price. However, this time he refused to go any further, saying he couldn't afford it. You a king, you got money. Yet he was wearing the finest wool and jewelry you could find in the land of sweets. What a crock of jelly beans. I called him out, the price being locked away in here for a week. There are murmurs of executions from other cells, but could that seriously be true? But King Carmel stooped to that kind of animosity? I believe the reason he isn't sentencing me to something much harsher is because of the trouble he would get in with the leaders of the other lands. If I were one of his people, would my fate be different? It's certainly a scary prospect. I flip through the journal, skimming through the different entries until one catches my eye. It mentions the name of a man who dropped me off here earlier, Peppermint. I start at the beginning of my entry. Y'all, please do not let this be something where I can't see Peppermint the same ever again, because I'm a be hurt. Sour Day, 1893, A.S. I don't know what that means. It's been a few days since I was thrown here. The cries of the other prisoners make my stay here almost unbearable. All of them are townsfolk who were also put in here for idiotic reasons. I almost say unbearable, as there is one glimmer of hope in this godforsaken place. The king's son, Peppermint. I've heard about this boy in passing, even seen him a handful of times, as a young boy and as an adult. However, I was never able to get a proper read on him until now. Ever since my stay, he has been tending to me, making sure I, as well as the other people here, are well fed and able to sleep comfortably. Cause that's Peppermint. Peppermint gonna take care of you. Peppermint's gonna make sure you're good. Like, straight up, y'all, this man is some good husband material. I remember the third night being particularly frigid. I was shaking uncontrollably, believing that I was to get sick or worse. Seeing me, he ran upstairs and came back late in the night. He whispered my name and passed a cotton candy quilt through the bars. That is just so sweet. The pink quilt was well made, and it looked like something you would pay good money for. He's a nice boy, that Peppermint. A glimmer of hope in this cruel, evil kingdom. It's unfortunate that he has to be the product of someone as ruthless as his father. I agree. People like him, they don't last long in places like this. His light will soon be extinguished. That I have no doubt of, unfortunately. Peppermint better not lose his light. That's all I gotta say. This journal continues on, according until the man's last night here. It seems that Peppermint really made an impression on him. Peppermint, his kindness truly knows no bounds. Baby, what? I don't know the sales came with a little book. That's awfully nice of the king to offer such a wonderful complimentary item. That's not Peppermint.